This is the Sleep Story Temple, where the less you hold, the more you have. Tonight, we leave the cluttered, overflowing rooms of the modern world behind. We travel to a place where silence is not an absence, but a presence. We are entering a traditional Japanese tea house, a Chashitsu, nestled deep within a forest of whispering bamboo. This is the Zen path to rest. This is a story of Ma, the sacred, empty space between things. Here, you will find comfort in simplicity. You will smell the earthy aroma of toasted rice and matcha. Hear the percussive rhythm of rain on clay tiles, and watch your worries evaporate like steam. Leave your baggage at the gate. The garden is waiting. You have carried too much today. Your hands are full. Your mind is full. The rooms of your life are cluttered with thoughts, with plans, with the heavy furniture of obligation. You have been trying to hold the world together. But tonight, we are going to empty the room. Tonight, we travel to a place where less is always more. You are standing at the edge of a great forest. It is twilight, and the harsh glare of the sun has melted away, leaving behind a soft, cool, slate-gray sky. Before you stands a simple gate. It is made of bound twigs and dark, weathered wood. There is no lock on this gate. There is no guard. It only asks one thing of you, that you leave your heavy bags outside. Set them down. Drop the worries. Drop the future. Drop the past. They will not help you where you are going. They are too heavy for this journey. Reach out and push the wooden gate. Creak. You step across the threshold. Instantly, the air changes. It is damp. It is cool. It is profoundly green. Look up. You are standing in a forest of bamboo. The stalks rise all around you like the pillars of a grand, natural temple. They are incredibly tall, slender, and flexible, reaching up to touch the gray sky. But as you stand here, do not just look at the bamboo. Look at the space between the stalks. In the ancient language of this place, that empty space is called Ma. Ma is the negative space. It is the silence between the notes that creates the music. It is the emptiness inside a ceramic bowl that makes it useful. It is the pause between your inhale and your exhale. Allow that emptiness to enter your mind. Feel the spaciousness expanding in your chest. You do not have to fill every second with a thought. There is room to breathe here. A soft mist is beginning to fall. It is not a heavy, rushing storm. It is a delicate, dusting of water, and it settles on your skin, cooling the heat of your day. It settles on the waxy green bamboo leaves with a sound so soft it is almost a whisper. Shh. Shh. Look down at your feet. A path stretches out before you, winding its way through the misty grove. It is made of tobi-ishi, stepping stones. They are flat, smooth, and dark gray from the rain. But they are not laid out in a straight, predictable line. They are staggered, they are asymmetrical, they are intentionally imperfect. And this is the architecture of presence. To walk this stone path, you cannot rush. You cannot run blindly forward. You must look at exactly where you are placing your foot. Step onto the first stone. Step. Feel the solid, wet rock beneath your sole. It holds your weight completely. Now, find the next stone. Step. And the next. Step. With every deliberate movement, you are pulling your awareness out of the chaotic clouds of your mind and down into the solid earth. Now you are arriving in the present moment. There is no yesterday on this path. There is no tomorrow. There is only this stone. There is only this step. Between the flat stones, the ground is covered in a thick, velvety carpet of star moss. It is vibrant, lush, and incredibly soft. It absorbs the sound of your movement, leaving only the rhythm of the mist. The forest is quiet, but it is a living, breathing stillness. High above you, the wind catches the tops of the bamboo canopy, and the hollow stalks sway gracefully. They lean into one another. They knock together gently in the breeze. Clack, hollow, talk. It is a wooden, percussive sound, deep and resonant. It sounds like the forest is keeping time, a slow, unhurried metronome, pacing your breath. Inhale, smell the wet earth. Exhale, release the tension. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, find your balance. You are moving deeper into the grove. The mist is turning into a gentle, steady rain now. You can hear the distinct drops hitting the broad leaves round you. Pat, pat, rustle. It is a cleansing sound. It is washing the dust from the forest floor. It is washing the static from your tired mind. Your shoulders are dropping away from your ears. The tension in your jaw is melting into the damp air. You are adapting to the rhythm of the rain. You are adapting to the emptiness of the ma. You realize that you do not need to do anything right now. You only need to exist. Up ahead, The bamboo parts slightly. Through the gray, falling rain, you see the outline of a structure. The tea house. The Chashitsu. It is small. It is humble. It is made of unpainted wood, smooth clay, and paper. It has a sloping roof of ceramic tiles that shine like dark mirrors in the wet dusk. It does not look grand or imposing. It looks as if it grew naturally out of the moss itself. A soft, warm light glows from behind its paper screens. It is waiting for you. You have navigated the stones as you have slowed your heart rate. You have emptied your hands. You are ready to enter the garden of the mind. You have reached the end of the stone path. The bamboo parts, revealing the quiet courtyard of the tea house. You step up onto the Ngawa, the smooth wooden veranda that wraps around the building. It is covered by the deep overhang of the tiled roof. You are outside, but you are sheltered. You are safe from the falling mist. Sit down on the polished wood. Rest. Let your legs cross comfortably. Let your hands fall open in your lap. Before you lies the Karesansui, the dry landscape garden, and it is a masterpiece of subtraction. The gardener has removed everything that is unnecessary. There are no bright, distracting flowers demanding your attention. There are no complicated, rushing streams. There are no leaves to wither and fall. There is only sand and stone and moss. It is the architecture of silence. Look at the sand. It is pale granite, crushed fine, almost white in the fading twilight. It stretches out across the rectangular courtyard like a calm, frozen sea. But it is not flat. It has been meticulously raked. Deep, perfect, unbroken grooves trace their way across the surface. They flow in perfectly parallel lines, smooth, continuous, ordered. They wrap around the large, dark stones placed thoughtfully in the sand, rippling outward like water flowing around ancient islands, like time flowing around a quiet memory. Think of your mind as this garden of sand. Throughout the day, the world has been walking through your garden, leaving heavy, chaotic footprints, leaving scuff marks of anxiety, leaving tangled trails of stress, urgency, and noise. Your mind has been disturbed. The surface has been broken. But tonight, the invisible monk has come with the heavy wooden rake. The rake is your breath. Watch it in your mind's eye. The wide wooden teeth press into the sand. They pull slowly, steadily, from one side of the courtyard to the other. Scrape. Smooth. With every pass, the chaotic footprints are erased. The deep, calming grooves are restored. The order returns. Inhale, the rake pulls back. Exhale, the sand is smoothed. Inhale, drawing the line. Exhale, leaving perfection behind. Feel the satisfying, physical release in your own body as the footprints disappear. The slate is being wiped clean. Follow one of the lines with your eyes. Start at the left edge of the garden, where the sand meets the stone wall. Follow the groove as it travels slowly to the right. It does not rush, and it does not deviate. It simply travels its path. Let your thoughts become like those lines, straight, uncomplicated, moving gracefully around the heavy stones without trying to move them. Notice those rocks in the garden. They are dark, weathered, and covered in velvet green moss. They represent the things you cannot change. They are the facts of your day. They are the immovable realities of the waking world. You do not need to push them. You do not need to fight them or lift them. You simply rake the sand around them. You accept their heavy presence, and you let the water of your mind flow past. This is the essence of Zen. This is the dropping of the struggle. You are no longer fighting the current. You are the water itself. The mist continues to fall softly just beyond the eaves. It taps gently against the ancient stones. It darkens the green moss growing on the islands, making them look lush and alive. But it does not disturb the raked sand. The deep overhang of the roof protects the pattern. You are protected too. The heavy, tiled roof of the tea house is keeping the storm away from you. You are sitting in the dry, quiet space of the ma. The air smells of wet earth, crushed stone, and ancient pine. It is a clean, purifying scent. Feel the wood of the veranda beneath you. It has been polished by centuries of silk and cotton. It is hard, but it is forgiving. It grounds you. Your body is becoming heavier. The visual perfection of the garden is sinking deeply into your muscles. When the eyes see order, the nervous system feels peace. The wrinkles in your forehead are smoothing out, just like the sand. The tightness in your chest is expanding, just like the parallel lines stretching across the courtyard. There is nowhere you need to be. There is nothing you need to solve. The garden is already perfect, and so are you, in this exact moment of stillness. You sit on the veranda until the twilight deepens completely into night. The white sand now glows faintly in the dark, a mirror to the unseen moon. But it is time to turn inward. It is time to leave the external landscape and enter the internal one. Behind you, the paper shoji screen is open just a fraction. You turn your head. You see the soft, warm light from inside the tea house spilling out onto the wooden floor. It is an invitation. It is time to cross the final threshold, and it is time to slide the door, step onto the tatami, and see the ink painting. The garden of sand has quieted your mind. The deep, parallel lines have smoothed the wrinkles of your day. But the night air is growing cooler now. The mist from the bamboo forest is turning into a steady, rhythmic rain. It is time to seek the final shelter. It is time to step inside. You rise slowly from the wooden veranda. Your body feels heavy, grounded by the perfection of the stones. You turn toward the tea house. Before you is the shoji, the sliding door. It is a simple wooden lattice that covered in translucent washi paper. The paper is thick. It is textured. It glows from the warm candlelight within. A soft, inviting rectangle in the dark. Reach out your hand. Place your fingers on the smooth, polished wooden frame. Slide. You hear the gentle friction of wood gliding against wood. It is a hushed, respectful sound. It is the sound of a world closing and another one opening. You step across the threshold. You leave your shoes outside, resting on a flat, wet stone. Your bare feet touch the floor of the tea house. Press. Sink. You are standing on tatami, thick, woven mats of sweet rush grass bound with dark cloth edges. They yield perfectly to your weight. They are firm, yet soft. And the scent, it is the smell of dried summer grass, warm earth, and ancient, quiet rooms. It tells your nervous system that you have arrived. You are safe. You slide the shoji screen shut behind you. Click. The sound of the rain is instantly muffled. It becomes a low, a comforting hum against the paper and the clay tiles above. You look around the room. It is small. It is intimate. And it is almost entirely empty. There is no furniture. There are no distracting colors. There is no clutter. There is only the soft glow of a single candle and the woven floor beneath you. But in the far wall, there is an alcove, the tokonoma, the sacred center of the room. It is slightly raised, a space dedicated to a single point of focus. And hanging in that alcove is a scroll. Walk toward it slowly. Feel the texture of the tatami under your feet with every step. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Sit down before the alcove. Rest your hands on your knees. Look at the scroll. It is a Sumai ink painting, painted centuries ago by a monk who understood the beauty of the void. The paper is old, the color of rich cream, and the ink is carbon black. Look at what the artist has created. It is a mountain landscape, but it is not a crowded picture. The artist did not paint every tree. They did not paint every rock or every cloud. They used a single, thick brush. They took one deep breath. Inhale, and with one bold, sweeping stroke, they painted the sharp peak of the mountain. Deep, dark, unshakable. And then they lifted the brush. They left the bottom half of the paper entirely blank, completely empty. In the language of the tea house, that unpainted space is the mist. It is the fog rolling through the valley. It is the great unknown. In the waking world, but we are afraid of the empty spaces. We try to fill every silence with words. We try to fill every blank page with plans. We demand to see the whole mountain. But here, in the tea house, the unpainted space is a gift. It is a place to rest your tired eyes. Imagine stepping into that painting. You leave the woven floor and step onto the heavy, dark ink of the mountain peak. It represents your waking mind. Solid, focused, heavy with detail. But as you look down, you see the solid ink fading into the unpainted paper. The sharp edges are blurring, like a drop of water falling onto wet ink. Bleed, spread, fade. Let your thoughts become like that fading ink. You do not need to hold on to the sharp edges of your day. You do not need to know exactly what tomorrow will bring. Allow your mind to become undefined. Let the mist of the unpainted paper rise up around you. It wraps around your ankles. It soothes your tired legs. It is cool, light, and endlessly soft as your vision is going pleasantly out of focus. The hard lines of reality are dissolving into a gentle, cloudy gray. You are melting into the ma. You are becoming the space between the brush strokes. There is no need to try. There is no need to define yourself right now. You are just a shadow in the mist, a quiet breath in an empty room. The scroll hangs perfectly still in the candlelight. The mountain watches over you. The mist holds you. You are fading into the beautiful, unwritten void. The visual world has faded into the mist of the ink painting. Your eyes are heavy. The hard lines of the day have blurred into soft, forgiving shadows. Now, it is time to close your eyes completely. It is time to let your ears take over. It is time to listen to the architecture of the rain. You are sitting quietly on the woven tatami mat. The sliding paper screen, the shoji, is open just a fraction of an inch. Just enough to let in the cool, damp breath of the forest, and just enough to let the sound of the water fill the empty room. In the waking world, noise is a distraction. But here, in the tea house, sound is a blanket. It is a heavy, weighted covering that presses your thoughts down into the earth. Listen to the canopy above you. The mist has gathered its strength. It is now a steady, rhythmic shower falling from the gray sky. First, hear the rain hitting the bamboo grove outside. It is a complex, rustling symphony, and millions of water drops striking millions of broad, waxy green leaves. Shh, shh, shh. It sounds like a vast, continuous exhalation. It is the forest breathing out the heat of the day. Let your own breath match that sound. Inhale, draw the cool air in. Exhale, let the static wash away. Now, shift your focus closer. Listen to the rain hitting the roof of the tea house directly above your head. The roof is made of curved, overlapping clay tiles. They are thick and they are heavy. They are baked from the earth itself. When the rain strikes them, it does not ping. It thuds. It is a deep, resonant, drumming sound. Thrum, thrum, thrum. It is lower in pitch than the bamboo. It is the bass note of the storm. It creates a dome of sound around you, a protective hemisphere of white noise. Inside this dome, there is no room for the sharp voices of anxiety. There is no room for the ticking of a clock. The rain washes it all out, and it drowns the internal dialogue in a flood of pure, natural frequency. Feel the deep comfort of the contrast. Outside, it is wet. It is cool. The elements are in motion. But inside, you are perfectly dry. You are warm. You are resting on the soft, woven grass of the floor. The heavier the rain falls outside, the safer you feel inside. The storm is not something to hide from. It is something that holds you. It wraps the tea house in an impenetrable layer of privacy, and no one will knock on the door. No one will ask anything of you. The world has stopped for the rain, and so can you. Through the steady, masking drone of the shower, another sound emerges from the courtyard. It is slow. It is patient. It is the shishi odoshi, the bamboo water fountain. Listen for it in the dark. A hollow tube of bamboo rests on a wooden pivot. A tiny trickle of water from a mossy stone is slowly filling the tube. drop by drop, drip, drip, drip. It takes time, and it cannot be rushed. As the water fills the bamboo, the tension slowly builds. The balance shifts, just like the stress you carry in your shoulders throughout the day. It accumulates, drop by drop, until finally the tube is full. It tips forward, spilling the water back into the earth. Splash. And then the hollow bamboo swings back. It strikes a flat stone basin. Talk. A deep, woody, resonant note that echoes through the courtyard. And then silence returns. Only the rain remains, as until the bamboo begins to fill again. Think of that bamboo tube as your own mind. When the thoughts build up, when the pressure rises, you do not need to hold it all. You can simply tip forward. You can let it all spill out into the earth. You can strike the stone, release the weight, and return to empty space. Wait for it to happen again in your mind's eye. The slow filling, the gentle shift of gravity, the release. Talk. Feel your body emptying with every strike of the bamboo, and the muscles in your neck are letting go. The tension in your jaw is washing away. You are becoming hollow. You are becoming light. The rain is drumming on the clay tiles above you. It is a lullaby older than the tea house, older than the forest. It is the sound of the earth returning to balance. And you are balancing with it. You are floating in the dark, warm center of the storm. The water is washing the last remnants of the day from your skin. You are clean. You are empty. You are ready. The sound of the rain will stay with you, guarding the doors of your sleep. But there is one final ritual to perform in the waking world. One final warmth to hold in your hands. In the center of the room, the iron kettle begins to sing softly over the coals. The rain continues its heavy, comforting drumbeat on the clay tiles above. It has washed the world clean. It has washed the noise from your mind. You are sitting in the dim, empty room of the tea house. The tatami mats support you. The ink painting watches over you. And now, from the center of the room, a new sound emerges. It is a low, steady hiss, like the wind moving through dry winter grass. It is the sound of water coming to a boil in a heavy cast iron kettle, the tetsubin, and it rests on a small brazier built directly into the floor. The charcoal beneath it glows with a quiet, intense, cherry red heat. It is the only fire in the room. It is contained. It is purposeful. It is safe. Before the kettle sits the host. You do not need to look at their face. Look only at their hands. They move with a practiced, absolute stillness. There is no wasted motion. Every gesture is deliberate, slow, and full of grace. This is the way of tea. It is not about the drink. It is about the moment. Watch as the hands arrange the simple tools on the mat. A small bamboo scoop, a bamboo whisk carved from a single piece of wood, and the tea bowl, the chawan. Look closely at the bowl. It is not made of fine, flawless porcelain. It is not perfectly symmetrical. It is thick, rustic ceramic. The glaze is uneven, dripping down the sides in a landscape of muted earth tones. It is slightly warped. It is heavy. This is wabi-sabi, the beauty of the imperfect, the beauty of the transient. The bowl does not pretend to be flawless, just as you do not need to pretend to be flawless tonight. Your rough edges, your tired thoughts, your uneven days, they belong here. They are part of the beauty of your shape. The host uses a wooden ladle to draw hot water from the iron kettle. Dip. Pour. The water hits the ceramic with a hollow, satisfying sound. A small mound of bright, jade-green matcha powder is scooped into the water. Then comes the whisk, and the host moves the bamboo whisk back and forth. Swish, swish, swish. It is a rapid, frothing sound. It creates a perfect, pale green foam on the surface of the dark tea. The friction of the bamboo against the clay is grounding. It is the sound of earth and wood meeting water and fire. The host lifts the bowl with both hands. They turn it slightly, honoring its face, and offer it to you. Reach out. Take the bowl. Hold. Feel the weight of it in your palms. It is substantial. It is warm, and the heat of the water transfers immediately through the thick ceramic and into your skin. It travels up your arms, relaxing the muscles, telling your body that you are nourished. Bring the bowl closer to your face. Breathe in the rising steam. Inhale. It smells of toasted rice, roasted seaweed, and deep, damp earth. It is the scent of the forest floor after a spring rain. It is incredibly grounding. Take a slow, quiet sip. The tea is rich, slightly bitter, and deeply warming, and it coats your throat. It sends a wave of heat straight down into your center. It is a heavy, comforting anchor holding you to the floor. Take another sip. Let the warmth spread. Let the tension in your stomach completely unravel. And now, the most important part of the ritual. The tea is gone. You lower your hands to your lap. You are holding an empty bowl. Look down into it. Look at the space where the tea used to be. This is the ma, the negative space, and the bowl was only useful because it was empty. If it were already full, it could receive nothing. Think of your mind right now. All day, you have been full of tasks, full of conversations, full of expectations. But to sleep, you must become like this ceramic bowl. You must empty yourself. You are not the tea. You are the vessel, the thoughts, the feelings, the stress. They are just liquid passing through you. You hold them for a moment, and then they are gone. They do not define your shape. They do not change what you are. Release the need to hold on to them. Pour them out into the dark. Feel the profound relief of being empty. There is nothing you need to accomplish in this room. There is no one you need to be. You are just a quiet observer in a rain-swept forest. The heavy bowl rests perfectly in your loose hands. The warm iron kettle hums its low, steady song. Your mind is becoming a hollow space, a quiet room waiting for the dark. The tea ceremony is complete. The empty bowl has been placed gently back onto the mat. The host bows, a slow, silent, and deeply respectful gesture, and quietly leaves the room. You are alone again in the Chashitsu. The iron kettle has been lifted away. The glowing red coals of the brazier have been covered with a thick layer of white ash, banking the heat for the long night ahead. The only light remaining in the room comes from a single source, and a paper lantern resting on the floor near your thick cotton futon. The chochin. It is made of delicate, ribbed bamboo and wrapped tightly in translucent washi paper. Inside, a small, thick candle is burning. Look at the light it casts. It is not the harsh blue light of the waking world. It is a deep, amber glow. The textured paper diffuses the flame, softening its sharp edges, turning it into a warm, floating orb in the dark. It is the color of sunset. It is the color of rest. In the old days, they knew that the body needed time to understand that the day was over. They did not extinguish the light all at once. They let the candle burn down. They let the shadows grow slowly. They let the eyes adjust to the coming dark. Sit on your futon and watch the lantern. The flame flickers just slightly as a tiny draft of cool air slips through the paper screens. Watch the shadows on the woven tatami mats. They stretch, they lengthen, They reach across the room like soft, gray blankets being pulled over the floor. With every millimeter the candle burns down, the shadows grow taller. The corners of the room are already lost to the dark. The ink painting in the alcove has faded entirely into the blackness. The space around you is shrinking. It is becoming more intimate. It is becoming just the space of your own breathing body. The rain continues its heavy, rhythmic drumming on the roof tiles. Thrum, thrum, thrum. It is a constant, grounding companion, but your eyes are growing incredibly heavy now. The soft, amber light is signaling to your brain that it is time to close the doors. It is time to lower the drawbridge. It is telling your body to release the sleep. You can feel it pooling behind your eyes. A heavy, warm, undeniable pressure. Your eyelids flutter. It takes genuine effort to keep them open. Do not fight it. Let them droop. Let them close halfway. Through your heavy eyelashes, the paper lantern becomes a blurry, glowing star, and it is mesmerizing. The wax is pooling at the base of the candle. The wick is getting shorter. The light is dimming, fading, softening, sinking. Imagine that the light in the lantern is the energy of your waking mind. As the flame lowers, your thoughts slow down. The loud voices of the day become whispers. The whispers become silence. The urgencies of tomorrow evaporate into the shadows. There is nothing left to decide. There is nothing left to plan. The day has been lived, and it is complete. It is over. The candle gives one final, weak flicker. A small, invisible puff of smoke rises from the wick. And then the light goes out. The room is plunged into total, velvety darkness. But it is not a frightening dark. It is the dark of a safe room. It is the dark of a deep cave. It is the Ma, the great, empty space where true rest begins. Your eyes are fully closed now. You are enveloped in the blackness. The visual world is entirely gone. Only the physical world remains. The weight of your body waiting to rest on the thick cotton futon. The coolness of the damp air on your cheeks. The endless, washing sound of the rain. You are ready to lie down completely. You are ready to stop holding yourself up. You are ready to enter the great stillness. The lantern is dark. The visual world has been completely erased. There is only the thick, protective velvet of the night. You are sitting in the center of the Chashitsu. It is time to lower yourself to the earth. Behind you is the shikibuton, a thick, heavy cotton mattress laid directly onto the woven tatami mats. It is covered in crisp, clean linen that smells faintly of sunlight and wind. Slowly, without rushing, lean back. Let your spine find the floor. Sink. Stretch your legs out and let your arms fall loosely to your sides, palms facing upward to the dark ceiling. Your head rests on a traditional pillow, firm and cool, supporting the base of your neck perfectly. The alignment is exact. The posture is one of total surrender. You pull the kakebuton, the heavy cotton quilt, over your shoulders. It is weighted. It presses down on you with a deep, comforting gravity. It is the embrace of the tea house itself. Now, we enter the state of mushin. No mind, but before the mind can be truly empty, the body must become completely still. You must become like the ancient, moss-covered stones in the raked garden outside, immovable, rooted, at peace with gravity. Bring your awareness down to your feet. They have carried you through a long, exhausting day. They have walked the chaotic, unraked paths of the waking world. But their journey is over. Give them permission to stop. Imagine the bones and muscles in your feet turning into heavy, dark stone, and they sink deeply into the cotton mattress. They roll slightly outward, completely relaxed. The heaviness travels up into your ankles, into your calves. It is a warm, numb, sinking sensation. Heavy, still. The weight moves into your knees, unlocking the joints. It flows up into your thighs, releasing the large muscles that hold you upright. Your legs are no longer limbs meant for walking. They are the islands in the sand garden. They belong to the earth now. You could not move them, even if you tried. And you do not want to try. Let the heavy, stony stillness spread into your hips, into your lower back. Feel the exact places where your spine touches the mat. With every exhalation, those points of contact melt. The boundary between your back and the floor is dissolving. You are being absorbed by the architecture of the room. Inhale, the rain falls. Exhale, your body sinks. The stillness rises into your chest. Your ribs expand and contract with a slow, effortless rhythm. You are not forcing the breath. The breath is simply happening to you. It matches the steady, continuous drumming of the rain on the clay tiles above. Thrum, thrum, thrum. Your heartbeat aligns with the storm. Slow, steady, ancient, Let the heaviness flow down your arms, from your shoulders, down through your elbows, into your wrists. Your hands, which have grasped and held so tightly today, are now completely open, and the fingers curl naturally inward, soft and empty. There is nothing left to hold. The empty tea bowl has taught them how to let go. Your arms are heavy branches resting on the moss. Heavy, still. Finally, the stillness reaches your neck and your head. Release the jaw. Let it drop slightly. Let the tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Smooth out the muscles around your eyes, the tiny muscles that have been squinting, focusing, and working all day. Let them unravel into the dark. Now your forehead becomes as smooth as the raked white sand. Not a single line of worry remains. You are entirely paralyzed by comfort. A deep, systemic relaxation has taken over your nervous system. This is the threshold of the deep sleep. The delta waves are beginning to roll through your mind like slow, heavy ocean swells. You are no longer a person with a past or a future. You are simply a point of awareness floating in the dark. You are the empty room. You are the Ma, and the rain above you is a shield. The tatami beneath you is a foundation. The garden outside is keeping the order of the world intact so you do not have to. There is no I anymore. There is only the breathing. There is only the rain. There is only the absolute, unbroken perfection of the stillness. Your body is heavy. Your mind is vast. The tea house is perfectly dark, a sanctuary of shadows. You have surrendered the weight of the day to the woven floor beneath you. And now the boundaries begin to fade. In the waking world, we believe we are separate. We believe the walls of the house keep the world out. But the walls of the Chashitsu are only paper. They are permeable. They breathe. They do not divide you from the forest. They connect you to it. As you lie in the deep stillness, you realize that the rain outside is not just falling on the roof. It is falling through you. It is washing through your quiet, empty mind. Listen closely to the storm above. The heavy drumming of the rain on the clay tiles is beginning to change. The peak of the shower has passed. The heavy drops are softening. The rhythm is slowing down. The storm is turning back into the gentle, floating mist that first greeted you at the bamboo gate. Shh, shh, shh. It is a whisper now, a soft hush over the canopy. As the rain quiets, a new sound emerges from the deep woods beyond the bamboo. It is the ultimate sound of Zen. Matsukaze, the wind in the pines. It starts low and distant, a slow, rolling murmur. It sounds like the waves of a ancient ocean breaking softly on a distant shore. Whoosh! It travels through the high branches, sweeping over the top of the tea house. It does not carry the cold. It only carries the infinite space of the night sky. And let that wind blow through the empty room of your mind. If there are any lingering thoughts, any last stubborn clinging to the events of the day, the wind will carry them away. It sweeps the floor clean. It leaves nothing but the pure, empty ma. You are no longer the traveler who walked the stone path. You are no longer the guest who drank from the ceramic bowl. Those identities have been left by the door, along with your shoes. You are dissolving into the landscape. You are the deep, perfect grooves in the raked white sand. You are the heavy, wet moss on the ancient stones. You are the single, bold brush stroke of the mountain in the dark. You are the soft, steady breath of the wind in the pines. There is no effort required here. There is no trying to sleep. Sleep is not something you do. It is a place you enter, and the door is wide open. You are drifting on the slow, heavy currents of the deepest rest. The delta waves are carrying you far away from the shores of consciousness. There is no past. There is no future. There is only this infinite, breathing dark. There is only the void, and the void is beautiful. It is safe. It is holding you. Sink deeper now, past the sound of the mist, past the sound of the wind, into the pure, absolute silence at the center of the world. The tea has cooled, and the garden is still. The lines in the sand are perfect. Your mind is an empty room, filled only with the soft light of the unseen moon. There is nothing to hold on to, and nothing to let go of. You are the rain. You are the bamboo. You are the silence. Drift now into the ink-dark night. Sleep in the beauty of the void.